The reason we wanted to do this memorial, we wanted to give back to Keala. The best way we knew how to do it was through painting and stuff, you know. He did a lot for local artists in our community and everything, but he also did a lot for our people, our culture, you know.
That's what I appreciate about Keala, was the way he thought and his outside of the box thinking and stuff. Right now you have that whole Colin Kaepernick thing with Nike and how he sacrificed anything too. And when you think about Keala in the same sense too, he went against the grain also too, to voice his views, his political views and his opinions and stuff. And that affected the people, like, in a super good way.
It appealed to the younger people, the older people also, both sides of the spectrum. With his music, he appealed to the younger generation with rap and all of that, but he also kept that old feel to it with Shane and everybody else in Sudden Rush, you know. He did Olelo, and he brought in the different parts, and he told people, like, don't blame the youth, and that stuck with everybody, you know.
I didn't even see him as a rapper per se. I see him as a Olo'aina warrior.
Yeah, he was definitely an activist, you know, in his own way. He wasn't going out and firebombing anything or like putting anyone on blast. He would just go out and make his music. He wouldn't force his own opinions on people.
He did it artistically, and you know, he used his platform to speak to the community and the youth, and I think that's something to respect.
That's why we did this mural. This is our platform.
Yeah, this is our platform. This is how we talk to the people, yeah?
This is what we do, so the least we could do for someone who was such a pillar in our community and was so influential with everybody was do something to help his memory keep on, you know? We also wanted to pay our homage the best way we knew how. We just wanted to share it with everybody, you know, his family, his children, everybody that's been a part of Sudden Rush, all the musicians that he influenced.
It's bigger than rap.
Definitely.
First time I can recall meeting Keala was at St. Joseph's School. His mom was a teacher at St. Joseph's School, actually got kicked out of Waikea and had to go to St. Joseph.
I think the first time I've actually played with him was probably back in 2006. I had the opportunity to play with Kekai Boys, and Shane Vincent had a side project called Pane'ewa. And we traveled to Las Vegas for the Pure Aloha Festival, and that was like the first time actually getting to hang with Keala and play side to side with him.
Our first show for that whole thing was at Nanakuli Ranch for a fundraiser for a Hawaiian language school that was trying to raise money. The kids in the school, there wasn't that much. You know, it was because of them and because of their music that kind of made people more interested in wanting to learn Hawaiian too, with that style. That was the first performance that we did together.
First time I met him was like after a performance he did at my school at Navahi. I remember this. I was sitting down front row looking up at all of them there, and you know, Keala, he's a huge guy, you know, just looking up, seeing these guys perform and do their thing, and I gotta meet these guys.
I don't really remember the exact time that we met, but I think with like Shane was saying, the gangsta rap era, you know, we all kind of thought we were thuggish, ruggish, and our circles eventually all just met up.
He made my first bucket list dream come true. He put me on stage, prime time at Ho'olaulea on the main stage. That was huge for me. Every year I was used to being in that sea of a crowd, and then all of a sudden this man takes me and puts me at the other end of the spectrum. Then it was anything is possible.
There have been times where, you know, some shit will break out and you see these big freaking Hawaiian come in and just sarcasm, jokes diffused, you know what I mean? Not for it, everybody's a kind. We kind of grew up during the gangster rap era. We used to call them studio gangsters, you know, like, and keeping it real was important.
He was also a pioneer in bringing change to a whole different culture. That's the first time that has ever happened.
He used a language that traditionally is done with an ukulele in Leokikie. It wasn't supposed to be done the way he did it. For him to step out of the box, that speaks volumes.
And the only guy I can think of that rapped in Hawaiian, also, you know, sung in Hawaiian.
It's not only in music to where he has been able to tell people it's possible to do whatever you want. He did all of it well.
This guy was an animal, bro, growing up. I mean, basketball, I mean, everything.
Not necessarily looking to represent our culture or our lifestyle. I think it was more a matter of making music that people could identify with. And I cannot recall for the life of me any moment where I seen this guy lose his temper. He was very intelligent, very witty, very humble, very down to earth. I feel like I'm definitely a better man because of my relationship with him.
He always had good things to say and uplifting things to say, encouraging words. That's just one thing I would always remember. We did a collaboration, Hokoa, Southern Rush, and Ace. We all recorded a song together called Genuine, and we actually got to perform it at Ho'olaulea on the center stage, and that was like heavy for me.
Chant and Roar. Honestly, Chant and Roar was, when we recorded that thing, I think I laughed harder than I've ever laughed in my entire life. His energy gets me going. So when I was asked to be featured on this song, that was the first thing that came to my mind, was just chanting and roaring and standing up and fighting for what we believe in.
This one time we were in Oregon, but it was a tour up there. The drummer had his drum case like a little coffin, and Keala said, "Here lies a great manager." He was a real fun guy, and that was hilarious. Every show, every spot, I just remember him being a pillar. He wasn't super materialistic. It wasn't about things, you know. He was the one that showed up every single time and held it down every single time. I'm on a mission. And I just really, Keala, you know, I just really wish that I was able to share this mission with you and see your transformation and pound a bunch more music out and smash faces and continue this journey. But for sure, I promise we can keep on going. Tata told you, we not pop.
Thank him for all the kind words, all the mana'o behind music and life that he gave to me, and that we love him. I love him. He knows. We tell him that all the time.
Mahalo no ko aloha ya Yesu. This Parliament loved the Lord plenty, bro. He had a lot to say, but he always, like I said, the core was always cherry. So mahalo ya oe. Dona mea apau, and he will live on. His music will live on forever.
I would like to thank him for all that he did, and no worry, like we going to keep your legacy going, and we love you and thank you for all that you've done for us.
I mean, there's a lot that I would want to say to him, but just to keep it short and sweet, thank you for everything that you have done for me, and I'll miss you.
Yeah, unfortunate that it's taken this long, but in his passing, I think I've definitely developed a new sense of appreciation and definitely a stronger sense of respect for what he was able to bring to our music. My blood Hawaiian, my life Hawaiian, was born Hawaiian, will die Hawaiian. Yes. Just one more time, love you.